what a magnificent season, right? Phenomenal season in so many words. Going through COVID, not knowing if you're gonna play, I mean, just the mere fact that we're here, culminating a season, a spring season, the first in the state of Virginia, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not necessarily happy about the result of what's happened, but I am excited and I am thankful for the kids that I coach at Highland Springs High School. So, I mean, it's a great honor to be in this situation. It's a great honor to be coaching at Highland Springs High School. It's a great honor to be with these young men that are here with me right now. And all in all, it's a great season. You got to give a ton of credit to Mickey and everything that they've done. They came out and played a great game, and it was a hard-fought game. And I said that to him right before in overtime, that, hey, you know, you coached a great season, a great team, and I said, you know, best wishes to you regardless, win or lose, whatever the situation is. And I wanted to share that information with him before we got going. People got to running back and forth, and we didn't have an opportunity to say it. So, again, definitely not happy with the result, but I'm very thankful for our program to be in this situation and to see it from a different perspective. And with that being said, I'm open to any questions right now.
You know I got
let's go.
So, you know, obviously, like you said, wasn't the way you guys wanted it to turn out. But you guys have a lot to build on moving forward. As you see, you know, you got 3 of your guys who saw heavy minutes this year and played a significant role. Will be back in the fall. So talk to us a little bit about moving forward with these guys and the program as a whole.
First and foremost, let me say this. We've not been in our home stadium in 2.5 years. That will be the most magnificent thing to start next season, right? We'll actually have a place. These guys will have a place to call home that senior year. And don't get me wrong, Veronica's done a great job of allowing us to use their facility. Henrico's done a great job allowing us to use the facility. We've been at the Highland Springs Saints Field. We've been all over the place. But that in itself is going to be tremendous for us, just to be able to walk out of our field house, onto the field and get some things done. So that's the first thing. We talked about building. We talked about that yesterday. And the building blocks that we've seen, the ones that have been solid building blocks and the ones that have been learning cues or learning blocks for us. And this is an opportunity for us to learn a little bit about ourselves. And I know they'll grow. They don't have a lot of time, but the time that they do have, we're going to get better as a football program. And I would think that they would agree. I can speak for them in this situation, and I'll let them answer other questions. But in this one situation right now, we got a lot to learn and a lot to build from being here today and experiencing this loss.
Coach Jones, so with the guys up here, what do you guys think, and anybody can answer this, was the hardest part of this condensed season? With everything going on, trying to get through a football season, what was the hardest part?
I would say staying together as a football team. With COVID going on, we kind of had to build a relationship, build a friendship back up, because we haven't seen each other in a while. So that was the biggest thing going into our season this year.
I say the hardest part about this season is playing for Highland Springs. Everybody want to beat you. Everybody want to beat you. Everybody want to take what you got. So every day you just got to go 100%. Full throttle or keep going. So that's all that.
I would say like not being able to be like 7-on-7, team champ, and all the stuff that we would usually do to help build up chemistry and all of that good stuff to help us start the season.
I would say the same thing. You know, those guys touched on it, but with the shortened season, COVID took away a lot of our building blocks that we like to utilize to make ourselves a better team. And then Ye said it more than anything. The mere fact of being away from each other and doing it the right way, I'm not saying anybody else has done it wrong, but us, like being mindful of, you know, if you don't play, stay away, right? That was one of our models and one of our themes. And the young men being away from each other and not being able to be together and bring some cohesiveness to the program. That was a difficult part. It's only so many Zoom meetings you can do. You guys are adults and you know what a Zoom meeting is like, right? You can only do it so many times. So we did it, and we put ourselves in position to have some great understanding and get to this point. But again, we got a lot to learn and a lot to do over the next couple of weeks, and I think we'll be better at doing it this time around because now we have some tools that we learned and resources that we learned from during the COVID period that we can now utilize during a regular setting. Hopefully everything opens back up soon, and then we can get back to work as soon as we possibly can.
So I got a question for Bug and Daquan. You know, that final drive of the game when they were, you know, driving down and you know, the bend don't break mentality. I mean, they were right there on the 1 yard line and you guys turned them away to send it to overtime. You know, talk about you guys' you know, mindset as a defensive unit. I believe dark side is a word that you guys throw around a lot, and you know, how you guys go about, you know, handling your business. We'll start with Bug first.
I would say we've been in them situations before, and if you look back to deep run game, it was goal line plays, 4th and goal, you had to make a stop, we came up then. So as we continued to do it, it was nothing to it really. We know defense always has each other back. A little fluke, I don't really blame nobody on defense for that. You know, those are my brothers, I love them. We'll just always step up and play.
We always go motto. Our motto is finish. So we just put the team on our back. Try to make a stop. We made the stop, and we didn't finish. So
Guys, what were the emotions like going into overtime after they missed the kick?
I guess excited.
We got another chance. I was like, we got to do over really. The time to finish. That's about it, really.
So Bug, you know, I'm going to go back to you because you're the lone senior up here. You know, you're headed to Boston College in a couple months. You know, that's a big accomplishment, a great school, you know, academically and athletically. You know, talk to us about your tenure here as a Springer and how being in this program is going to shape you to take your talents to the ACC.
Being here didn't just like help me grow as a football player. Well, it did, but Coach Jay told me a lot about the game. Not a lot of people know this. We used to take car rides personally to 707s. Everybody else would ride the bus. I'll get in with Coach Jay. That's when I was just in 10th grade, right, Coach Jay? We used to take car rides. He used to make me feel comfortable trying to get me in there early. Like when I got moved up to the playoffs. First game was Glen Allen. I had a 90-yard drive down the field and we ended with a touchdown. All because he taught me the game, made it more comfortable for me. So playing as a Springer, if you just do what you're supposed to do, you're gonna fail right now. They're gonna make it the best place for you.
I can't be the only one with questions, guys. Come on.
Is the quick turnaround kind of welcome after the emotions of that ending, getting able to get back at it and preparing for next season?
As a coach or as a player?
Both. If anyone else wants to answer.
what's the question again?
Is the quick turnaround to next season kind of welcome after the emotions of that and being able to get back at it and get ready for the fall pretty quick?
Right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. You know, I would play again.
Don't let it fire. It is ready to go. Can't wait to come back and watch it finish next year.
I got it next year.
So you want me to answer that as a coach?
Yes, sir.
Like I'm ready for a vacation. Let me be real with you, man. Right? But I'm also ready to hang out with the guys a little bit more and just do some different things. You know what I mean? We've been on the grind, man. This has been since last March. You know, in last March we sit down, we're going through plays, then they shut us down. You don't know what's going on. Then you get April, May, June, July, August, September, October. October you finally get back. You know, you kind of been grinding. You can't really lift and travel and do the things that kind of break it up. So it's kind of been the same thing for the last 400 or 500 days. You know what I mean? So as a coach, I got some yard work I got to do. You know what I'm just being real with you, man. And I'm gonna enjoy doing those things, but that gives me an opportunity to get away from it a little bit, right? And then I can come back sharp for these guys and help these guys get back to where they want to go and do the things that they need to do. And then we can have some conversations and we can talk about different things and we can grow as human beings and grow as people, which is a lot of what we miss, that human interaction. You know what I mean? So that's what I want for them. They want to play football, but I want them to grow as men, right? So when they come back, we've grown and we're better. We're in a different position in life and we're adding to society. We're not taking away from society. So I gotta spend a little time, you know, with the family, right? That's important. But me spending a little bit of time away from them. And when I say a little bit of time, I'm talking 2 or 3 weeks. I'm not talking months. I'm talking about 2 or 3 weeks or 2 or 3 days here and there. You understand where I'm coming from? Not fully engulfed in it.